What if this Tuesday becomes the moment silver investors remember for years to come? After a powerful move in the silver market, many traders are asking the same question: is this just a temporary jump, or is the next major silver rally finally beginning? The charts are moving, investor attention is increasing, and the battle between silver bulls and bears is entering a critical phase. But before you make any decisions, you need to understand what is really happening behind this latest silver surge. Silver has always been one of the most unpredictable assets in the financial world. Unlike many other investments, silver has a unique position because it is both a precious metal and an essential industrial material. It is used in solar panels, electric vehicles, advanced electronics, and many technologies that are shaping the future. This means that silver's price is not only affected by investor emotions but also by real-world demand from industries around the globe. This Tuesday's silver movement has caught the attention of analysts and investors because it comes at a time when global markets are facing uncertainty. Rising government debt, concerns about inflation, changes in central bank policies, and geopolitical tensions are causing many investors to search for safe haven assets. Traditionally, gold receives most of the attention during uncertain times, but silver often follows with even bigger percentage moves because of its smaller market size and higher volatility. One of the biggest questions now is whether this jump is the beginning of a sustained breakout. In the past, silver has experienced moments where it remained quiet for months or even years before suddenly making explosive moves. During major bull markets, silver has historically outperformed many assets because once momentum starts building, more investors rush into the market, creating a powerful cycle of buying pressure. However, not every price increase turns into a long-term rally. Experienced traders know that the market often creates false breakouts, where prices move higher for a short period before falling back. That is why this week is so important. Investors will be watching whether silver can hold its gains, attract more buying interest, and break through key resistance areas. Another important factor driving silver's potential is the growing industrial demand. The global transition toward clean energy has created new opportunities for silver because solar technology requires significant amounts of this precious metal. As countries continue investing in renewable energy projects, the demand for silver may continue to increase over the coming years. At the same time, supply challenges in the mining industry have raised concerns about whether future production can keep up with growing demand. The relationship between silver and the US dollar also plays a major role. A weaker dollar can make silver more attractive to international buyers because the metal becomes cheaper in other currencies. Interest rate expectations from central banks also influence the market. Lower rates can support precious metals because they reduce the opportunity cost of holding assets like silver that do not produce regular income. Many investors are comparing the current situation with previous silver rallies. History shows that silver can move very quickly once confidence returns to the market. The metal has experienced dramatic bull runs in the past, creating huge gains for investors who entered at the right time. But history also shows that silver can experience sharp corrections, making risk management extremely important. Another reason why this Tuesday alert is attracting attention is the growing conversation around a possible silver supply deficit. If industrial demand continues increasing while mining production struggles to expand, the market could experience tighter conditions. A limited supply combined with stronger demand is one of the main reasons some long-term silver supporters believe prices could rise significantly in the future. The next few trading sessions could therefore become extremely important. Investors will be watching economic reports, central bank statements, inflation data, and overall market sentiment. Any major surprise in these areas could create additional volatility in the silver market. Some analysts remain very optimistic about silver's future, arguing that the metal is undervalued compared to gold and its importance in modern technology is increasing every year. Others believe that current excitement may be moving too quickly and that silver could experience pullbacks before any major long-term rally continues. This disagreement between bulls and bears is exactly what makes the market so fascinating. For everyday investors, the biggest mistake is often acting based on emotion. When prices suddenly rise, fear of missing out can push people to buy at the wrong moment. When prices fall, fear can force them to sell at the worst possible time. Successful investors usually focus on research, patience, and a clear strategy rather than reacting to every headline. As this Tuesday silver alert continues to develop, one thing is certain: the market has entered an interesting period. Whether this jump becomes the start of a historic rally or simply a short-term spike will depend on how the next days and weeks unfold. The coming price action could reveal whether silver has enough strength to reach new highs or whether the market needs more time before the next major move begins. The world is watching silver once again. The metal that many investors ignored for years is now back in the spotlight. With growing industrial demand, economic uncertainty, and increasing attention from traders, the stage is set for a potentially dramatic period in the silver market. So the biggest question remains: was this Tuesday jump the first signal of the next massive silver rally, or is the market preparing for another surprise? The answer may arrive sooner than most investors expect. As investors continue to analyze this Tuesday silver alert, one of the most important areas to watch is market psychology. The price of silver is not driven only by numbers and charts, it is also influenced by fear, greed, confidence, and uncertainty. When investors believe a major rally is beginning, more buyers enter the market, creating stronger momentum. But when doubts appear, profit-taking can quickly cause sharp corrections. Another key factor behind silver's recent strength is the changing global economy. Around the world, governments are dealing with large debts, changing trade relationships, and economic uncertainty. During these periods, many investors look for assets that can protect wealth. While gold has traditionally been the first choice, silver often attracts attention because it has a lower entry price and the potential for larger percentage gains due to its higher volatility. The silver-to-gold ratio is another indicator that many experienced investors monitor closely. This ratio measures how many ounces of silver are needed to buy 1 ounce of gold. Historically, when the ratio becomes very high, some investors believe silver may be undervalued compared with gold. If the gap starts closing, silver can sometimes outperform gold during strong precious metal rallies. But the road to higher prices is rarely smooth. Silver is known for its extreme price swings. A powerful rally can be followed by sudden drops that shake out impatient investors. These corrections do not always mean the overall trend is finished, they can simply be part of the market's natural movement. Understanding this volatility is essential for anyone following the silver market. This is why professional traders pay close attention to support and resistance levels. Support is an area where buyers may step in and prevent further declines, while resistance is a level where selling pressure can increase. If silver successfully breaks important resistance zones and maintains those levels, it may signal stronger momentum. However, failure to hold those levels can lead to a temporary pullback. Another major topic attracting attention is the future of industrial demand. The growth of electric vehicles, renewable energy, artificial intelligence infrastructure, and advanced electronics requires increasing amounts of metals. Silver's excellent electrical conductivity makes it a valuable material in many of these technologies. As these industries expand, demand for silver could remain an important long-term factor. At the same time, supply remains a major discussion point. Developing new silver mines is expensive and takes many years. Environmental regulations, production costs, and declining ore grades can also affect mining output. If demand continues to rise faster than supply, the silver market may experience tighter conditions, which could support prices over the long term. Large financial institutions and hedge funds also have a significant impact on silver prices. When institutional money enters the market, it can create powerful upward movements. However, when these investors reduce their positions, the market can quickly reverse. This is why daily price moves should always be viewed within the bigger economic picture. Many people are now asking the big question: could silver reach levels that once seemed impossible? Optimistic analysts point to strong industrial demand, inflation concerns, and possible supply challenges as reasons silver could move much higher in the future. More cautious analysts argue that economic slowdowns, stronger currencies, or changing investor sentiment could limit gains. The truth is that no one can predict the market with complete certainty. This is exactly what makes the current moment so exciting. Silver is standing at a crossroads. The recent jump has created new optimism, but the market still needs to prove that this move has enough strength to continue. The next few days and weeks could determine whether this Tuesday alert becomes the beginning of a new chapter for silver investors or just another short-lived rally. The smart approach for anyone watching silver is to stay informed, follow market developments, and understand both the opportunities and the risks. In the world of precious metals, patience often separates successful long-term investors from those who make emotional decisions based on short-term price movements. The silver market is sending a message, and investors around the world are listening carefully. The signs of a potential breakout are there, but the final confirmation has not yet arrived. If momentum continues to build, the coming months could become some of the most important periods in silver's recent history. The question now is simple: is this Tuesday's jump the first step toward a historic silver rally, or is the market setting a trap for impatient investors? The next move could reveal everything.